The lease was simple, no noise after 10 p.m. I thought it was just a quirky rule, until I knocked over a glass one night and heard something moving inside the walls, whispering, "Quiet." When I moved into the apartment, it felt like a dream come true. Spacious, modern, and half the price of anything else in the city. The landlord was a bit odd, though. He insisted I read every word of the lease and even highlighted one clause in bright yellow. No noise is permitted after 10 p.m. He emphasized it repeatedly. This rule isn't just policy, it's for your safety. At the time, I laughed it off. Safety? From what? The first week was uneventful. The neighbors were quiet, the walls were thick, and the rent was cheap. But then came the night I forgot about the rule. I'd been working late and accidentally knocked over a glass of water around 10:15. The sound echoed louder than I expected in the otherwise silent apartment. That's when I heard it. A faint scratching noise, like nails dragging along the walls. I froze, trying to pinpoint the source. The scratching grew louder, closer. It sounded like it was coming from inside the walls. Probably mice, I muttered, though I didn't really believe it. As I leaned closer to the wall, the scratching stopped. For a moment, there was nothing but silence. Then, from directly behind me, came a whisper. Quiet. I spun around, heart pounding, but no one was there. My door was locked, my window shut. I convinced myself I was imagining things, and went to bed. The next night, I made sure to keep the noise down, but at 10:05, my phone buzzed with a notification. It was quiet, but it must have been enough. The scratching returned, more insistent this time, accompanied by faint whispers I couldn't make out. "Who's there?" I demanded, backing into a corner. The lights flickered, and the whispers turned into a low growl. Then, from the shadows of the hallway, I saw it, a figure crawling along the ceiling, its limbs unnaturally long, its face blank and featureless. I didn't sleep that night, and by morning, I packed my bags and rushed to the landlord's office. "You broke the rule, didn't you?" he said, shaking his head. "What was that thing?" I demanded. He sighed. "The apartment doesn't like noise. It's older than this building, older than you can imagine. It stays dormant as long as we follow the rules." I moved out that day. Sometimes, though, I still hear scratching in my new place, even when everything is perfectly silent. Want part 2? Comment part 2 and like and follow to not miss out.